What's up, everybody? Phil Stevens here. Today is Tuesday, December 4th. It's about 8:30 p.m. Exactly 8:30 p.m. You're watching Tampa Sessions. Before we get started, briefly, I just want to fill you in on a drive we're doing for the month of December. Our friend and singer-songwriter Helena Kletch was recently diagnosed with cancer, so all of our streams are dedicated to her this month. There's a link to her GoFundMe below. And in addition, if anyone signs up to support Tampa Sessions this entire month, all that money is going to go straight to her. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Tonight in the garage, we have with us Max Watson.
I once heard a rumor so sweet of a lover pursued at astonishing speed. Her feet became roots and her hair turned to leaves. But I don't recall where I heard it. Now let us revive this rumor anew, and let them tell tales of how I pursued you. Till our love it took root, then it grew and it grew. At least that's how I like to tell it. Of all the things I've had enough, it's always time I'm running short of. Let 'em doubt, let 'em scream. We'll be fine if we don't let them rewrite our dreams. Now this tree, it still grows for those who can find a way to stand still in this river of time. Dig through the boxes of all they've tried and find a way to keep going. And I'll savor the fruit from this field that I glean, and I'll take the roses that bloom on your cheeks. Pass up the devil and the table he keeps to find my own way of knowing. Of all the things I have enough, it's always time I'm running short of. Let 'em doubt, let 'em scream. We'll be fine if we don't let them rewrite our dreams. Like the poets of old, I'll sing of myself, 'cause there's no one else here I know half as well. And I'll take my own measure by the hands I've held to find I have wealth aplenty. Now what I treasure most is your hand in mine, and in the other my own cup divine. Now this cup, it's grown old and it seems out of wine, but it's easiest filled when empty. Of all the things I have enough, it's always time I'm running short of. Let 'em doubt, let 'em scream. We'll be fine if we don't let them rewrite our dreams. Don't let them rewrite our dreams. Just don't let them rewrite our dreams.
Beautiful song, man.
Thank you. It's one of my newer ones.
Okay. Do you have any records for sale currently?
I have a CD that has been produced, and all the music is up on SoundCloud.
Okay.
For you to listen to. I don't have. I just started my first website.
Okay.
I've just started doing a lot of things.
It's a full-time job.
In terms of, it is now becoming a full-time job.
Right.
But the CD, I do have a CD. All the music is available for listening to on my website, maxwatsonmusic.com.
Okay, cool. So check it out there. Stay tuned for new ones. You can go ahead and roll into another one.
All right, so this next song is called Halfway to All Right. It's about dealing with frustrations of walking this road. These are the arrows fired at the sun. These are the should-haves I've left undone. I've given up on asking why. There's a wolf at the threshold, and he aims to come in. My hinges are broken, and these walls have grown so thin. Give me one reason I should try. 'Cause I could build a city with the boats I've run ashore, and I would make $1 for all the times I've said no more. Coming out of the half-life, I'm halfway to alright. Half a chance and I just might remember what I knew. Writing verses with half rhymes, counting measures in half time. All my life I've been half right, except when it comes to you. Except when it comes to you. Tired of working so damn hard in the wrong direction, spending minutes I can't afford. These words are plain but apropos. Only time I miss you is every time you're gone. You reassure me these songs are worth the paper they're on. The clearest bells are brass, not gold. Never had much need to be your man of the world. I just want to love where I live and live where I love. Coming out of the half-life, I'm halfway to alright. Half a chance and I just might remember what I knew. Writing verses with half rhymes, counting measures in half time. All my life I've been half right, except when it comes to you. Except when it comes to you. It's not about finding everything I want. The trick is recognizing it the moment the shadows are gone. 'Cause my hands are full of mountain rain. They tell me all my transgressions that got me this far are beyond all redemption, but it's my failures I most regard. So I'll use your cross to stake my claim. Abandon fate for your own road, and I'll meet you where you are. Let the moonless night sky fall, and I will catch a star. Coming out of the half-life, I'm halfway to alright. Half a chance and I just might remember what I knew. Writing verses with half rhymes, counting measures in half time. All my life I've been half right, except when it comes to you. Except when it comes to you.
beautiful song, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What's your musical background? Do you have some formal training?
Yeah, I do. I studied jazz guitar performance and composition with Frank Mullen at St. Pete, then junior college. Studied with him for almost 10 years.
Wow.
And worked and lived in the jazz world with a lot of players around here. We took a break from that for a while and actually started a little punk rock band.
Very nice.
Which was a lot of fun. And about 5 years ago, I had a big change of life, and I found the singer-songwriter in me. And it has been the most authentic part of myself I've found, and I've just landed on it, and I love it.
That's great to hear, man. I don't even know how to respond to that.
So I like these. I do like these comments. Saw Casey up there saying it sounded good out there. So thanks, Casey. I appreciate that. Shall we do another one?
Yeah. Yep.
Go
Whenever
ahead.
you're ready.
All right. So this next one, for a while I was introducing it as a song about Mexico, but the more I listened to it, I realized it wasn't about Mexico, but the possibility of going there when you get tired of the way things are where you are. So, but it's called "I'll Try Mexico." Tired of what's beneath my feet, something stirring, something deep, finger pointing at the moon, mountains calling, can't refuse the change. Eager hands play solemn chords with fervent flesh and aching bones. I dream in music, wake in song. Come the morning, I'll be gone away. So maybe I'll try Mexico. These bones remind me of the time. There's less ahead than lays behind. I was a fool in a court of kings, my lover drowned in a bitter stream alone. Knocked the shackles off my feet, forged in fires of my mind's debris. You know, I was a king in a court of fools, where mayhem reigned and madness ruled my soul. So maybe I'll try Mexico and satisfy this need to roam. I'll look in, not above, 'cause it's the wandering I love. And maybe I'll try Mexico. The cost of living isn't cheap. The savage hounds of fate bite deep. I've said my prayers and asked the stars, cast my runes and laid my cards on through. She came to me in my darkest hour, with daggers drawn and a broken flower, bearing wounds acquired at sea, and tired of living by your leave me to. So baby, let's try Mexico, satisfy this need to roam, and we'll look in, not above, 'cause it's the wandering we love. So So baby, let's try Mexico. We'll look in, not above. Is this the wandering we love? So baby, let's try Mexico. Maybe this time we'll try Mexico. This time, let's try Mexico. I got a little tickled there because my girlfriend's comment just came up on the screen there. So I got some fans out there listening. Very supportive fans.
That's great, man. That's what we hope. We hope that in doing this we can bring you a bunch more. So thanks for being here. It sounds
my
fantastic,
pleasure.
man.
Glad to help out in a needy cause. It's funny, I called Kate on Saturday for the first time ever, and she said, hey, can you do this? And it's really the capacity in which I want to move as a singer-songwriter.
Sure.
You know, in a way that helps people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So use it as a gift, because it is a gift.
It heals.
So, yeah. All right. So this one, in fact, I did write for my girlfriend. She topped out over. She's above whiskey and coffee in terms of the things that I really like the most. So that's what this song is about. It's called Just the Way You Are. I got a bird who sings on my windowsill. She's got the plumage of a queen that she gathered in the trees of a poet's heart. And she can sing every word to her favorite songs. Doesn't give a damn if they're right or wrong. And she can write an epic verse on a dollar bill with the words as they fall from the writing on the wall when it all comes apart. And when the day bites hard but the judge wants his pound, there's not another songbird I want around. Keep the list of things she should do because she won't heed it. She's done choking on the dust that you're still lying in. Save your purse of tarnished words, 'cause I can tell you she won't read it. She's done marking time for the promises you outlived. Trading who you are for what you want is an easy exchange. And baby, I wouldn't dream of asking you to change a thing, 'cause I like my whiskey neat, and I like my coffee black, and you just the way you are. I know a girl who lives in her dancing shoes. She can dance the moment into hours with the music all around her others are strained to hear. She can dance in the rain, she can dance in the sun. She's never gonna say she's sorry for the things she loves. She can cool an angry wind, she can warm the harvest moon. Your acquiescence makes her laugh, 'cause the question she would ask is, how can dancers kneel? And when fortune's wheel can't make up its mind, I hold her close and count it off one more time. Keep the list of things she should do because she won't heed it. She's done choking on the dust that you're still lying in. Save your purse of torn I can tell you she won't read 'em. She's done marking time for the promises you outlived. Trading who you are for what you want is an easy exchange. And baby, I wouldn't dream of asking you to change a thing. 'Cause I like my whiskey neat, and I like my coffee black, and you just the way you are. Yeah, I like my whiskey neat, and I take my coffee black, and I love you just the way you are.
Whew.
Thank you.
Has anyone asked you to come play their wedding yet? Because, man,
Not yet, but wedding, bar mitzvahs.
like I would dance to that
Bris.
if I got
Oh,
married, for
thank-
sure.
thank you.
That's fantastic, man. I like my whiskey neat, too. Do you have any other upcoming shows?
I do, in fact. This Saturday, I'll be at M&M Barbecue in St. Petersburg. They're on 16th Street, about 28th Avenue. Really good barbecue, nice, simple menu, and really good music. Another place that supports original music, singer-songwriters. So I will be there Saturday, 6 to 9. The following Saturday, I will be at the Chataway on the south side of St. Pete, 4th Street and 22nd Avenue South. Again, 6 to 9. There again, another place that you can just be who you want to be, play what you want to play.
Yeah.
And it's really great. So those are the two I've got lined up right now.
Okay.
So hope
Cool.
to see you out there.
Yeah, hope I can make it. Whenever you're ready.
All right. So it's funny, this next one. I'm actually, for the next 3 weeks, I'm a second grade school teacher. I actually put in my resignation
wow.
this week to pursue this full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking that step. I've laid a lot of groundwork. I've met a lot of people recently. But we had this meeting this morning where a person gave a little talk, and she asked the faculty, in life you either win or, and everybody said, lose. And she said, no, I don't know who taught you that. She said, in life you either win or learn. And I just had to smile to myself because it was just one more affirmation, because about 6 or 8 months ago I wrote a song called Win or Learn. So that's what this is right here. Inside I hear the wind bells chime, a melody in broken time, a drift of notes and words that I've accrued. It's a melody that can't be sung if the storyline is still too young. So I'll dig up some old lines I've never used, and I'll listen to a deeper part of me, a place where my eternal parts can breathe. And I'll erase the lines you've crossed if you can catch the stones I've tossed at every house of glass I ever built. And we'll get lost before we deign to walking back the way we came. We'll tear down every bridge before they burn, and we'll find a place that's just for you and me, a place where our eternal parts can breathe. And we'll pluck diamonds from the air, feed the birds in Jackson Square, take a walk on part in a 2-bit picture show. We'll spend our birthright without care. They'll look at us like it's not fair. The way we laugh, the way we love, the way we dare. Now we know the risks are great and chances long, but if we're not scared, then we'll know something's wrong. And the question that we'll face at every turn is, this time did we win, or did we learn? I'm not sure how much time I've lost shouting at the mountaintops till the echoes coming back seemed real. But if you'll indulge me one more time, instead of screaming, I guess I'll climb. It might just surprise me what I hear if I listen to a deeper part of me, that place where my eternal parts can breathe. And we'll pluck diamonds from the air, feed the birds in Jackson Square, take a walk-on part in a two-bit picture show. We'll spend our birthright without care. They'll look at us like it's not fair, the way we laugh, the way we love, the way we dare. Now we know the risks are great and chances long, but if we're not scared, then we'll know something's wrong. And the question that we'll face at every turn is, this time did we win, or did we learn? So yeah, I think she had a great hook. She didn't even know
that's another great song, man. These are all.
Thank you.
You're blowing my mind. Tell me a little bit about your writing process, man.
So it's funny. My girlfriend and I joke about the fact that when I feel like I have a song coming to me, I feel what I've heard women describe as when they know that they are pregnant, before they know they're pregnant. You know, I guess they describe like a fluttering, and that's the way it starts to manifest in me. I start to there's something going on inside me. I then find myself drawn to certain things that inspire me, really good literature and things like that. And then I'll sit down. And with the guitar training, I'm very lucky. I don't have any trouble finding, chords and progressions. Sure. and things like that. It's just finding some words that are, that are worth putting down on paper.
Sure, yeah.
And I'll almost invariably, I will start in one direction, and I think, man, I got a song. It's coming. This is it. I never write it. That's not the song that comes.
Right.
It's not the song that I expect. So, but whatever that song is, it allows whatever's growing down in there to manifest itself, and it suddenly takes shape and seems to come out of nowhere.
Sure.
And I've just learned to trust that process, and live with what comes out. And I haven't been disappointed yet.
Yeah, very well said. No, I don't.
At least I wouldn't play you the ones I've been disappointed. So.
That's great, man. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay. I'm gonna play another song that I wrote for. This one's for my father, who passed away a couple of years ago of complications with Alzheimer's, and it's a song about a tree. It's called Red Maple Time. The story of the world is written in the seasons. The words of your life are on the leaves around my feet. All summer long the birds have nested in your branches. When winter's on its way, and it's red maple time. The melody I hear is the song of your departing. The words of your story say we're almost out of time. The shifting of the wind is the spirit urging me to press the moments left into our own sweet wine. Let the world keep to its turning. All that was will be again. Find the ones who've gone before you. Those who stay will learn that loss is not but change. You were gone before you're leaving. Your mind left before your heart. But this passage is no ending, just a silence between parts of a play in the meter of the stars and the rhymes of red maple time. If meekness is the rule to measure all that we inherit, let the meadows be your pallet, and the mountains be your throne. The sum of all your rings add up to nothing less than loyal. But the air is getting colder, and it's red maple time. What's a man to do when the balm becomes the poison? Where's a man to go when he has had all he can take? You offered up your shade in lieu of all your own desires, but the worry in your pocket is what hindered your escape. Let the world keep to its turning. All that was will be again. Find the ones who've gone before you. Those who stay will learn that loss is not but change. You were gone before you're leaving. Your mind left before your heart. But this passage is no ending, just a silence between parts of a play in the meter of the stars and the rhymes of red maple time. Not every tree becomes a cross, not every stone becomes a castle. And the lilies of the field, they never weep for their estate. Not every boy becomes a man, not every man becomes a father. But they each one take to counting when it's red maple time. Haunted by the wealth your earnest toil failed to gather, burdened by the things from me you hope to leave behind. Between the silver rope and laurel wreath, I do believe I'd rather count the memories we made against my own red maple time. Let the world keep to its turning. All that was will be again. Find the ones who've gone before you. Those who stay will learn that loss is not but change. You were gone before you're leaving. Your mind left before your heart. But this passage is no ending, just a silence between parts of a play in the meter of the stars and the rhymes of red maple time.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Those are the hard ones to write, though, when you want to write something about somebody.
Sure.
Because you want those lines to really be just right and say the right thing, and you work on those.
You know what? For me, when I'm trying to write, is I'll get a solid verse and I'll have the chorus. But when you start the second verse, you're like, nope, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that, and it just takes some time, really, to
It does.
to cultivate things.
It
for
does.
sure.
And it's little funny things like you realize your second verse is starting to sound exactly like your first verse,
Right.
and things like that. Yeah,
Right. It's like I don't have to use the same rhyme. I can change the word.
exactly. You do. You want to stick with
Yeah.
that rhyme because it
For
works so
sure.
well, and you've been
Yeah.
carrying it around for days. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You got to just pick. Sometimes I'll just have to pick another rhyme to start put it in
Sure.
my head.
Sure.
Yeah. So writing songs for other people is that's the hardest.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been getting involved in some things. Joshua Riley has been here, and he does a writers' round and open mic up at the Crooked Thumb in Safety Harbor, and he'll put out a writers' challenge once in a while. And I was able to take part in one of those where I had to write a song about something, and I realized I could do it. So this, if I got time,
Yeah.
I
you got
can.
it.
All right. I don't know. There's no clock here, but we good?
We got
All right. Got lots of time.
Fourth, 2 thumbs up and 2 okays.
Okay.
Here. I think we're doing okay.
So that worked out well. So I've submitted a song to the Will McLean Florida Songwriters competition. It has to be specifically about Florida.
Sure.
So this is very counter to my process, where I just let the song come that wants to write. Well, now I got to do it. So this is a song that has a lot of historical meaning, as it's supposed to, but I found a way to put myself in it as well, because I like to write about life's journey a lot. So I found a way to write about the Florida Cracker Cowboys.
Okay.
And this is called If We Be Friends. This morning air it wraps around me like a blanket I don't need. Grab my tack and saddle and call the hounds. My pony's getting restless. She loves the trail as much as me. We've been hunting cattle since we fought for king and crown. And this prairie is the air that I breathe. This free range is the blood that I bleed. You may cut out the meander from my river, but you'll never cut the heartland out of me. Some may only call me cowboy. I let it go when I can. My Spanish brothers, they all call me vaquero, but we both know I mark my work with my own brand. For a time they called me rebel, but I somehow managed to make amends. There are no strangers when we meet on this cow trail, and you'll call me Cracker Cowboy if we be friends. This journey started in the lowlands, my burdens scattered to the wind. Round them up with my Latigo, now they're headed south to the Pearl of the Antilles, another place I've never been. Just a picture on a map I tend to dream about. But this creation is the altar I keep. This free range is the holy I seek. Now I've seen a man cut the heart out of a mountain, but you'll never cut this heartland out of me. Some may own cowboy. I let it go when I can. My Spanish brothers, they all call me vaquero. We both know I mark my work with my own brand. Now for a time they called me rebel, but I somehow managed to make amends. There are no strangers when we meet on this cow trail, but you'll call me Cracker Cowboy if we be friends. There are no strangers when we meet on this cow trail, and you'll call me Cracker Cowboy if we be friends. So there you go, a little Florida history lesson.
Very nice.
Yeah, I hope the judges pick it out, because they were very particular about making sure that it was specifically Florida.
Right.
But I learned a lot about it on my own self. So.
Are you from Florida originally?
Not originally. I was born in Indiana.
Okay.
Moved to Atlanta when I was 7. Moved here in 1984. My father followed the computer industry all over the place during the 70s and 80s. So I've been here since 84. So this pretty much feels like home.
Right on.
Yeah. So
A couple decades will do that to you, I bet.
that will do a couple of decades, definitely. So, and it has been a couple.
Forego winter. Forget about all that cold. Before we close out here, if you had one piece of advice you could give to somebody who maybe was struggling to get into their music, something they really want to do, but they're just struggling to do it, what piece of advice would you give to them?
That's pretty funny, because that is the bridge that I am currently crossing and have just crossed. And I'm still working on trying how to figure out how to frame that, what has gotten me to this point. But I guess the best way I could put it is pick a direction that feels true and authentic to you, and do not waver from it. No matter what people say, listen to what everybody says, and heed their advice, but make sure that it really is for you, because a lot of people have really good advice that isn't for you. It's for somebody else, and I've had some really lovely people give me great advice. But when I have kind of played around with it, I've learned, you can play around with it, but after a while, when you've found who you are as a singer-songwriter or musician or painter or whatever it is, you'll know real quick when it just goes against your grain.
Right.
And you can't go wrong sticking with what you love the most. So that's why I've held on to the singer-songwriter thing, and I will either fail very well at being the best singer-songwriter I can be, rather than be successful at something that doesn't bring me any more joy. So,
Very well said. Wise words from Max Watson. Did you have one more?
Sure, I can do another one. Speaking of Indiana, this one mentions it. It's called I Don't Ask for Much. If your house is free of tears, that does not mean it's free of fear. A promise made with levee dew will not last the winter through. I don't ask for much. You came to me in visions, you pressed me with your guile, I worshipped at your altar, ate your flesh and drank your wine. Your game ain't worth the candle, and no more time do I have to try to quench my thirst by drinking from an empty glass. And I don't ask for much. Don't promise me you'll love me and keep your ragged oaths. Life has no forgiveness for the dream stuck in your throat. The water now, it speaks to me in ways you never could. Only thing I owe you is a debt of gratitude. And I don't ask for much. Feel your knife against my skin. Icy cold and paper thin. Now choose your words and run them deep, or rue the day you came at me. 'Cause I don't ask for much. My mama split tobacco on someone else's farm. The whiskey on her daddy's breath was enough to make her run. My daddy, he ran liquor. My pappy, he ran guns. His own granddaddy watched the white man plow the land he loved. But I don't ask for much. Now rebel, oh rebel, you can kiss my Yankee ass. This Indiana boy sees through your ignoble past. We burned all your plantations, now you burn your bitter cross. You wallow in the ashes of self-pity and sackcloth. But I don't ask for much. After all is said and done, the only beast we can't outrun abides in caverns of the heart, barring ways to stillness are. But I don't ask for much. Raven, oh raven, take your beak from out my vein. Set my body free, I'll never dance with you again. The fox is in the orchard and the snake is in its lair. The baby, she is crying, mama lies beyond the veil. But I don't ask for much. Brother, oh brother, is that murder in your eyes? Vengeance in your heart, a brace of pistols at your side. The devil got your hackles up and a blade drips in your hand. The judge is in his killing yard and the henchman calls the dance. But I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much.
Fantastic, man.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming by. Max Watson. What's the website again, the domain?
MaxWatsonMusic.com.
MaxWatsonMusic.com. Check that out. Listen to his music. Come out to his upcoming shows. Thanks so much to all of our viewers, all of our supporters for being here and watching and supporting Temp Sessions. That's going to be it for us for now. Actually, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back later with Nathan Allen in about 30 minutes or so. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.